Liverpool and Aston Villa need results over the next two final games of the league in order if they want to compete in Champions League next season. My name is Francisco and I'm a Chelsea fan, and more importantly, I am a football fan. And today I'll be watching the game from a bar called Barrio Sur here in Medellin, where Liverpool fans come to watch their club. But what I want to learn is who these people are and what it means to love a club that is thousands of miles away from them. Let's go find out. Tell us where you're from and how long have you been a Liverpool supporter?
Well, I'm from southeast London, but I copied my friend Lee Hicks when I was a young kid. Been following Liverpool for a long time. I'm younger than you might think, ladies. Older than you might think, ladies. I remember the times wearing scarves in the bed, listening on the radio, match the day, and Liverpool were just the dominant side. They dominated for 2 decades. Yeah. Kings of Europe. I grew up with Bob Paisley. 3 European Cups, as it was called then, now the Champions League. And it just stays with you. You know, as a young kid, you're playing football, you're saying Dalglish, and Kenny Dalglish was just, he was just iconic. I don't remember a specific game, but you're a kid and you get the kit. I had the Umbro even kit. And what I loved was the Liver Bird. Some were like printed on, but my one was embossed. It was the all red kit with the white V-neck. I must have been about 7 or 8 years old.
We're in Medellin. We're at Barrio Sur. Have you ever been here before, to this bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook. Okay. So you just search. Liverpool is a gigantic club. I would argue the most passionate fan base in the world. You just search Liverpool supporters clubs. Yeah. Medellin. There you go. Lo and behold, Barrio Sur, and the owner is a Liverpool fan, and it's not uncommon.
Luis Díaz,
Real quick, if you're a Liverpool fan just like the people in this video and you want to grab a vintage kit, then I've got a link in the description that takes you straight to buy authentic classic Liverpool kits. And if you want to explore other vintage kits from other clubs around the world, then head over to theclassicbadge.com. The link is also in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Do the results affect your day and your mood?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'm a dickhead and it's like, fuck, I'm letting this attachment to this. Yeah. I, may have to go on some podcasts and find a way to exercise those demons and that defeat. It depends what else is going on in my life. But great when they win. But if you're a bit down in your life, it's like being kicked when you're down, kind of thing.
Why do you think us fans, we feel that to a club that probably doesn't give anything back to us, and we give them so much?
Good question. It's an attachment. Perhaps there's a question to be had around men and violence if we didn't have football. But there's a famous song called Every Other Saturday. Obviously, they would go to the match at 3 o'clock because they come out of the factories. And so that was really for the working class and where the football grew up to give them something. Yeah. And there's lots of facts that if Liverpool won, the wife didn't get a beating, the dog didn't get kicked apparently the other way. With the drinking and that anger, it was something to distract from that working class culture, which is where it stems from.
Where are you from and how long have you been a Liverpool fan?
I'm from Bogotá, Liverpool fan since 2005 when Liverpool wins the European Cup against Milan in the Miracle of Istanbul. I never seen the Liverpool before. I guess since that game. When I saw the energy, the feeling of the team and the supporters in the stadium, I think that this is a great game, this is a great team, and I started watching every weekend.
My name's Chris, I'm from Florida, and I've been a Liverpool fan now 17 years. I was watching a game before I was a fan, and a guy, Fernando Torres, he came in off the left-hand side, got into the box, didn't even look up, hit a rocket into the top right-hand corner, and I was like, I like that guy, and that's why I chose Liverpool. So when I was backpacking here 17 years ago, I was with a bunch of English people, and they made me, they're like, Chris, pick a team. So I had to pick a team, and so when I saw that, I was like, I'll pick Liverpool.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I've been a Liverpool fan for about 3 years now. During 2024, the Copa America, I started watching Colombia play. I saw Luis Díaz, and I instantly just kind of fell in love with the way he played. Started following him, and, found out he was playing in Liverpool, and then been history ever since.
I'm from Ipswich or Colchester in England, and I've been a Liverpool fan for my whole life, so 34 years.
Today's Liverpool versus Aston Villa. It's a pretty important game, right? What does it mean to you, this game?
To be honest, at this part of the season, not much. It's been a terrible season, but I mean, I'll never give up. If we win this, we get Champions League, and then we just go on to the next season. It's all about the next season, and as long as we get Champions League, then we can go again.
A bad result, does that affect your day?
Oh, 100%, yeah. It affects my week, my month, everything.
Why?
I just care too much. I care way too much. I shouldn't do, but I care way too much.
I do love Liverpool, but I'm 55, so I've gotten over the fact of sports teams losing and being like, my life.
No. It's only the 2 or 3 hours. The time when they're playing.
Yeah.
After that, return to my life.
I think it does now. After being invested for a little over a year now. It definitely.
You're from Chicago. You're thousands of miles away from Anfield. How does someone become a fan of a club that they are so far away from?
You know what? Although I have been a fan for particularly not particularly long time, I have kind of done a little digging of just kind of like the history of the club and what they've done, and I actually plan on going to Anfield at some point, hopefully next season, and watching them live. So that's the plan. But no, I definitely I like the you never walk alone, you know.
So what do you think football, or I guess Liverpool, has given you that maybe nothing else could give you?
Everything and nothing at the same time. It's given me like the best moments and the worst, and they have given me nothing really, but I've given them everything. So yeah. Luckily I'm a Liverpool fan, I could be like a fan of like Watford or something, so I'm pretty lucky that it's Liverpool and we've won a lot, and last year we won the trophy, and so yeah, I'm pretty lucky.
It's 3-1. Not looking good for Liverpool.
Okay, so today was a big game. How do you feel about the result?
I'm kind of nonplussed with Liverpool at this point. The season has been so challenging, so difficult. Catastrophe, starting off with Jota's death, so many problems. I wasn't really invested in the game like I am before. I was just chatting about other things. I'm normally very focused on a game. But that's what Liverpool's done. We're somehow miraculously in the Champions League places still. And we're crawling over the line. You ever seen a marathon runner? Yeah. And at the end, he's just crawling. His legs are gone. He's just trying to get over the line. Probably on his hands and knees. That's Liverpool this season, without a doubt. It could have been done today or against Chelsea, but no. I'm going to speak for the majority of the fan base. And we just want the season over. There's one more left. Oh, thank God. It's painful. It's been painful.
Like the last, I was watching the last like 5 the games against Aston Villa. They've won inside. So I figured, worst case we'll tie. We end up losing by 2, so it sucks. But I mean, next season, that's all we can look forward to.
What do you expect out of next season?
Hopefully, coming back to the top. Doing a little better in the Champions League. It's 2 years in a row that we've lost to PSG. We need a different direction.
Oh, I've got no idea. Depends if Slot stays or not. Xabi Alonso. Only Xabi Alonso, yeah. If he comes, then I think we can win the league. If not, it'll be another season exactly the same as this.
Probably about the same. I say probably finish around 3rd, probably with more wins than we had this year.
Maybe that all I want, change a slot out, maybe. Maybe 1 or 2 new players, because Salah is out, so we need a player with a similar characteristics and passionate for Liverpool.
I want a fresh start. My first choice, he hasn't signed a contract yet, will be Luis Enrique. Not Jose Enrique, he was an average Spanish left back for Liverpool, but no. Luis Enrique, I mean, the football PSG is amazing. We obviously need some signings. I thought it was a great transfer window. We were kind of dealing with amateurs in Crystal Palace, and the Gahey deal was all agreed. And then because of the Glasner situation, then he went and sold him to City, but he cost City the league against Everton. But I feel with the correct signings and a new manager, I still expect us to be challenging next season. Okay. Maybe that's rose-tinted glasses, but why would you not think that of a Liverpool fan? That's our expectations.
It's been a few days since I watched the Liverpool and Villa game in Barrio Sur and Envigado, and that day I wanted to learn about who are these people and why they care about a club that is thousands of miles away from them. What I found out was that there was no one answer. There was a guy from Bogotá who watched the greatest comeback in Champions League history and never looked back. A backpacker from Florida 17 years ago who watched one perfect goal and was instantly hooked. Then someone from Chicago who followed a player he loved all the way back to Anfield. And then another guy that was actually pretty much born into it. He's been a fan all of his life. And then a guy from South London who became a fan following his friend at the age of 8 years old and lived through the club's glories days. So in the end, football doesn't really care about where you're from or how you found it or when you found it. It ends up finding you. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.